A lot of people in sales get very concerned with the process of sales, closing the sale, getting in front of the right people, etc., etc. And what they don't focus on is how they are emotionally feeling. And we all have a voice in our head, that inner critic that we've had from where our parents told us off as a child. And actually, sometimes picking up the phone, cold calling can be difficult. Walking into a strange room with people can be difficult. Having to present to people can be difficult. Having to know all the knowledge you have to know about your product can be difficult, and it can get scary, and the voice in our head can tell us off and say, oh, I don't want to pick up the phone today, or I don't want to walk into that meeting, or I'm scared that I'm not going to get this, or I really need to hit my target. So actually, it's really important in sales that the best salespeople work with that inner voice, that editor that we call in comedy, so we can say the things that we want to say and not feel scared, and actually create good habits. So even when we get rejected on a cold call, for example, we're not rejected, our offer has been rejected. So therefore, we're not taking it personally. You're just going, the offer's been rejected, I will pick up the phone again and make another call. Again, there's a huge amount of body language about whether you should lean forward, fold your arms, all those kind of things. For me, body language is more simple than that. It's about the emotions that we feel when we walk into a room. So, for example, we know, we've been to parties, we've been to places where someone can walk into the room and suck the life out of a party. We know people who can do that. We've picked up the phone and spoken to a friend or a loved one, and just by the way they say hello, you know they're either in trouble or it's about to cost you money. We are very good at picking stuff up, and people think if I say the right words in the right order, people will believe me. But what they forget is the emotions behind the words affect your body language and how you say it. So if you believe in the idea, if you believe in the project, if you think it's a good idea, if you believe in your product, it will change your body language and it will make you more passionate and feel empowered about it. If you're worried about closing the deal, your sales targets, oh, this is going to be difficult because this person's difficult. If you're worried about all those things, it doesn't matter what you say. People will be able to sense that in your body language, whether you're stiff, whether you look disinterested, whatever it may be, and therefore won't believe you. If you want people to believe you, you have to emotionally believe, and that will change your body language. I think the problem is what happens is people are worried about, so in the sales environment, they're worried about either following a script or pitching the business or knowing all the answers. So they're thinking about that stuff, not thinking about the person in front of them. The key is, when you see a comic, for example, they have learned their 5 minutes or 15 minutes or their presentation backwards. They know it absolutely inside out. The reason for that is they then can completely focus on the person in front of them. So if the person leans back because they're not interested, they can go, oh, I can see you're not so sure about that. Can I explain that a little bit better? Well, what actually happens is people are going, I've got to get all this stuff out. They're not actually focusing on the the person in front of them, the prospect, and therefore they're not noticing whether this person's going, oh, that's good or that's interesting, because people will, when you suggest something and they think, oh, that's interesting, they'll start to nod or they'll smile or they'll lean back, no, I'm not so sure about that. And we, as we would in a conversation with our loved ones, we would notice that. In sales, salespeople sometimes tend not to notice that because they're too keen to get their pitch out. So actually what I would suggest is learn the pitch really well, know it backwards, be relaxed about the pitch, focus on the person, and therefore you'll notice their body language and you can match and mirror that and all those things that salespeople love, but actually you'll get a much better idea about how that person is thinking because you're actually engaging with them properly.